Anyways, let's get right into it. It's NFL Week 4 recap. Let's do this. Yeah, that was really intense. Too intense? Too bad. Let's get to it. To start off, we have the Cowboys winning against the Giants 20-15 on Thursday Night Football. Wow, Dallas. Just wow. You guys barely beat the Giants. The Giants. But anyways, not a lot of exciting moments happened in this game. The one big highlight of this game was CeeDee Lamb's 55-yard touchdown. And the biggest takeaway from this game was Micah Parsons getting hurt and Malik Nabers getting hurt. And also Brandon Aubrey missing a field goal. If not for Brandon Aubrey missing that field goal, Dallas would have won 23-15, honestly. But congratulations, Cowboys, I guess. Next up, we have the Bengals winning against the Panthers 34-24. Finally, the Bengals got a win. Thank goodness. Anyways, the Bengals did really good in this game. Joe Burrow played good. Chase Brown did good. T. Higgins also did good. And so was Jamar Chase, who had a 63-yard touchdown after breaking tackles and running it in for a touchdown. It was just wow. And yeah, Carolina, honestly, good game. I mean, you guys made it a really close game in the first half, and honestly, you guys did pretty well, honestly, despite the loss. Anyways, I'm happy that my Bengals finally won, and now our next game is home against Baltimore. Next up, we have the Falcons winning against the Saints 26-24. I'm going to be honest with you, the only thing that I watched from this game was Younghoe Koo's game-winning field goal. That's all I watched. But as for both quarterbacks, neither quarterbacks in this game threw for a touchdown pass. And both of them had over 230 yards and one interception each. But yeah, that's all I can say about this game, honestly. So, congrats, Falcons, I guess. Next up, we have the Texans winning against the Jaguars 24-20. Houston won, which is no surprise, honestly. But Jacksonville, I have nothing to say, honestly. I am speechless. You guys are 0-4. Your quarterback is overpaid and overrated because he blew multiple chances to score in the fourth quarter. You guys didn't even score after the third quarter was over. Like, look. Nothing in the fourth. But anyways, Jacksonville, you better get right back on track ASAP. Or things are not going to be pretty in Jacksonville. Next up, we have the Broncos winning against the Jets 10-9. Okay, let me tell you one thing before I rant on this game. You won't believe this, but Aaron Rodgers outperformed Bo Nix and still lost the game. How? Aaron Rodgers had over 200 yards in passing yards, and Bo Nix only had 60. And he got a touchdown. How? I mean, the only touchdown that was scored in this game was Courtland Sutton. Courtland Sutton. He was the only one that scored a touchdown in this entire game. Because look at this. Second quarter, 2 Jets field goals, 6-0 Jets. Third quarter, Broncos touchdown, 7-6 Broncos. Jets score a field goal, 9-7 Jets. And Broncos scored a field goal, 10-9 Broncos. How is it that almost every single game the Broncos are part of in the post-Peyton Manning era has to be boring as hell? So, someone tell me now. Next up, we have the Vikings winning against the Packers 31-29. Wow, Vikings. I really underestimated you guys. You guys are actually legit. I mean, wow. I guess having Sam Darnold as your quarterback wasn't as bad as I originally thought. But anyways, looking at both sides, Sam Darnold had 275 yards, 3 touchdowns, and only 1 interception. Meanwhile, Jordan Love, oh boy. He did have 389 yards and had 4 touchdowns, but 3 interceptions is pretty ugly, honestly. And yeah, there wasn't any huge plays, but after Minnesota was up 28-7, Green Bay was trying to make a comeback, but unfortunately they could not complete that comeback. So Minnesota, congratulations on being the only undefeated team in the NFC. Next up, we have the Colts winning against the Steelers 27-24. Wow, this game was really interesting, honestly. The biggest takeaway of this game was when Anthony Richardson left the game with an injury, bringing in the one, the only, Joe Flacco, who came in and threw for over 168 yards and 2 touchdowns. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, Justin Fields, he had a good night, honestly. He had 312 yards and only 1 touchdown. And he also led in rushing yards. And yeah, that is honestly like the biggest moments of this game, honestly. There wasn't anything crazy that happened in this game. And yeah, that's all I can say about this game. So congrats, Indy, for getting a win with Joe Flacco. Next up, we have the Chicago Bears winning against the LA Rams 24-18. Wow, Chicago. Not bad. Not bad at all. Although, if I really have to discredit them, they were going up against the Rams without Cooper Kupp and Puka Nacua. But regardless, good job, Chicago. And their biggest play of this game was DeAndre Swift's 36-yard run, which was a really explosive play, honestly. Meanwhile, for the Rams, they didn't have any touchdowns outside of the Kyren Williams 3-yard run. Like all they scored was field goals. Not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4. And that was it. But anyways, good job, Chicago, and LA really needs Kupp and Nacua back. Like, ASAP. Next up, we have the Buccaneers destroying the Eagles 33-16. Once again, the Buccaneers embarrassed the Eagles at Raymond J. Stadium. And not gonna lie, this game is kind of famous for Tom Brady's broadcasting and returning to say hi to his former teammates than what really happened in this game, honestly. But anyways, looking at both sides, Baker Mayfield had an amazing day, 347 yards and 2 touchdowns. Bucky Irving led in receiving yards and also had a touchdown. And Mike Evans had a pretty good day with 8 receptions, 94 yards, and 1 touchdown. Meanwhile, the Eagles, they looked really underwhelming the entire game, honestly. Their only big play of this game was their blocked field goal on Chase McLaughlin. But other than that, the Eagles did next to nothing, honestly. But yeah. So, congratulations, Tampa Bay, for once again destroying the Eagles. And did you know that this is the second time in a row that both of these teams have met and the Buccaneers scored over 30 points and the Eagles only scoring less than 20 points? Wow. As a Buccaneers fan, this is just wow. So yeah, great job to Tampa Bay. Woo-hoo! Next up, we have the 49ers winning against the Patriots 30-13. Yeah, this game was never really close at any point. And the biggest play in this game was Fred Warner's pick 6 for 45 yards. Other than that, nothing really exciting happened. And New England, just bring in Drake May already. Like, please, do it. Jacoby Brissett is below average, honestly. And you guys drafted May 3rd overall this year in the draft. And the 2 quarterbacks that were selected before him are already doing well for rookies. So why not do the same thing for Drake May? I mean, I get he's a rookie and he needs to learn behind someone, but come on. You guys are sitting at 1-3. Jacoby Brissett is playing below average. Bring out Drake May, okay? Make him as your starter. Like get it done. I don't care. Like, just do it. But anyways, San Francisco, great job. Next up, we have the Commanders winning against the Cardinals 42-14 in Glendale. Wow. Cliff Kingsbury got revenge on his old team. I mean, wow. Arizona, how can you let this happen? I mean, I know he wasn't good in his last year with you guys, but you guys shipped him off to DC, and he came into your stadium and kicked the ever-living snot out of you. I mean, that is embarrassing. But anyways, Washington managed to win in dominating fashion, and now they are somehow first in the NFC East. Wow, what a world we're living in. Next up, we have the Chiefs winning against the Chargers 17-10. Chargers. You just had the Charger in the worst way possible. You guys had Kansas City's number up 10-0, and it looked like you guys were probably going to beat them, but instead you had to let KC score 17 unanswered points, and you couldn't score anything in the last 3 quarters. unbelievable. Just unbelievable. I mean, I knew Kansas City was going to win, but Chargers, I honestly blame you for letting Kansas City win. Next up, we have the Raiders winning against the Browns 20-16. Cleveland. You guys just keep on giving Deshaun Watson many chances, but he is still garbage. But anyways, the Raiders win, even though they didn't really do anything impressive in this game. I mean, the only impressive thing that they did is beating Cleveland, who had a really good defense. Although, to be fair, Las Vegas also has a pretty good defense. But yeah, that was all I can add from this game. So, congrats, Las Vegas. Next up, we have the Ravens crushing the Bills 35-10. Wow. Baltimore, that is a really impressive win, honestly. And Buffalo, I have no idea how you can only score 10 points against Baltimore. I mean, how? I mean, I get Baltimore is good, but you guys are also good as well. I mean, I'm disappointed that the Bills will lose like this. I mean, look at this. Lamar and the Ravens completely outperformed the Bills in this game. Lamar played amazing, Derrick Henry played amazing, and yeah, the Ravens just completely destroyed the Bills. So, yeah. Next up, we have the Titans once again embarrassing the Dolphins on Monday Night Football, 31-12. Wow, Miami. Just wow. You guys are terrible without Tua. I mean, how? Tyreek Hill is your best player on the team, and he didn't even play that good. At all. And you guys lost to Mason Rudolph. Mason Rudolph. The guy who almost got killed on national television by Myles Garrett. And the biggest takeaway of this game was Will Levis getting injured and Mason Rudolph taking the wheel in this game and completely destroyed the Dolphins. And meanwhile, Tyler Huntley, in his first start with Miami, he played like garbage. Although he did have a rushing touchdown, so that was something. But yeah, that's all I can say from this game. So congrats, Tennessee, for getting your first win this year, and Miami, I don't know what you guys are gonna do without Tua, honestly. You guys might be screwed. And finally, we have the Lions winning against the Seahawks on Monday Night Football, 42-29. Wow, this game was really fun to watch, honestly. Despite the final score, both teams had a lot of exciting plays that happened in this game. Mainly for Detroit. My favorite plays for the Lions in this game was the trick play where Amon-Ra St. Brown threw a pass to Jared Goff for a 7-yard touchdown pass. And also Jameson Williams' 70-yard bomb from Jared Goff. I mean, wow, that was incredible. And also Amon-Ra St. Brown's game-sealing touchdown when he got both feet in for a tippy-toe touchdown. That was another phenomenal play for the Lions. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, Geno Smith did everything that he could in this game, even though he did take a little too much sacks in this game. Kenneth Walker had a really nice game, had 12 carries for 80 yards and 3 touchdowns, and DK Metcalf also played good. But the biggest star of this game was mainly the biggest stars for the Lions. Jared Goff was amazing, 18 for 18, 292 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Jahmyr Gibbs also had 2 touchdowns. Amon-Ra St. Brown had a touchdown, and Jameson Williams also had a touchdown. Wow. The Lions are honestly really fun to watch, honestly. And honestly, they could be a threat to potentially win the Super Bowl, honestly. I know it's early, but I'm going to stick to my words that are coming out of my mouth. And I'm saying that Detroit is legit. After watching this game, they just know how to surprise everyone. And that's going to do it for NFL Week 4 recap. And I'm going to try my best to make sure this is out before midnight. And yeah, I'm going to try to upload this video and then probably listen to some music. And yeah, that's all for now. And I'll see you next Tuesday. Bye. The lights turn off.